Hey everybody, welcome back to the Movie Buddy. I'm your host, Josh Blumenkrantz, with a very special guest. I have Emily Robinson here, the writer, director in the directorial debut, producer, and acting in it, premiering at South by Southwest. Emily, welcome. Thanks very much for talking with me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I just have to say, I talk to actors all the time. I'm an actor myself, and I have to say, this is one of the best performances I've seen this year. It's so raw, so honest, and I felt generally seen from an actor's perspective watching it. Yeah, like what made you want to tell this story, and what was the specific moment in your journey that sparked it?
Thank you so much. It means a lot. Yeah, this is definitely for the actors out there. Um,
Yeah,
I don't know. I've been acting since I was like 5 years old, so I've been acting for most of my life, and there are just a lot of themes that I've been thinking about and questions I've been thinking about, and especially like during after the pandemic, really, when just everything shifted to self tapes and what I just feel
yeah.
sometimes like you're alone in a void, and it can make you really go crazy, I think, sometimes. And so I wanted to explore these themes about performativity and the internet and beauty standards. And I was kind of like, what better way to do it than this pressure cooker of like early career jealousy, that
Mm,
hopefully we all can kind of move. I know that I felt it more when I was younger, and then luckily have been working for like 23 years and have thankfully been able to
wow.
work past it. But it's taken time, because it is such an easy industry to compare yourself and to judge and assume and all of these things, even though that's so not healthy or helpful.
Mhm.
And so yeah, so this was sort of my way of exploring that, and I definitely wanted to throw in some Easter eggs to make actors feel seen, because often we aren't.
Well said. And yeah, it's the most accurate depiction of auditioning actors that I've ever seen in a film. What absolutely did you need to get right about today's like audition process?
I mean, honestly, like had a lot of fun in the sound edit, because like we were doing the like the Zoom audition, and I was like, oh, we need like a garbage truck backing out like right as she's doing, like just the
Yeah.
logistics of like recording yourself, and then like and also like having to ask a friend to tape, practice, like just like the logistics of the unglamorous side of it, because I think we have so much
Mm.
representation of like successful actors and people walking red carpets and doing like the glitzy fun things, but we don't really get to see behind the curtains so often, and so I really wanted to, yeah, to do us justice.
Justice you did. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
so stressful. I mean, it makes us all kind of come into our own skin, especially, which leads me to Ugly Cry. Being
Mm.
told you have an ugly cry, it's like so funny to me, but it's also brutal as well. And I just wanted to know, like, how does that make you say about like women that are judged in that way, especially in terms of showing emotion?
Yeah, I mean, crying is like this time that you're at your most vulnerable, right? And so here you're an actor and you're like trying to be vulnerable and show your like truest self and presence and all of this stuff. And so to be
Mm,
judged at that moment is particularly brutal. Yeah, I thought it was like the the perfect way to dissect, beauty standards and pressures. And I know I've been told I have an ugly cry before. I
oh
have
wow.
a snot bubble or two and some projects, including this. And I'm very proud of my ugly cry. However, I recently got a DM from an old acting coach who said that she
Did
did.
you?
Well, she said that she actually knew of a story where someone was given that exact feedback, that they did not get it because of their ugly cry. And so it's like it's awful, but it's true, and you can kind of make yourself crazy trying to fix things that don't necessarily need fixing. You should be
Mm,
pure and ugly when you cry. Like it's a display of emotion and feeling, and it's not about um, editing yourself. It's about existing. But we live in a perfectly edited world now, and so how do we kind of examine that tension and figure out how to be human?
absolutely. And like you said, like the acting coach, like I just felt like I was in my acting class. Like it just felt so realistic to me. And in terms of like crying technique, you show lots of different types of crying in here: controlled crying, spiraling crying, almost performative crying. Like as an actor, I was blown away. How did you technically get yourself to those different emotional deep places?
Um, I think I just knew I needed to do it, because normally you kind of are given more time as an actor, but because I was needed as a director, I like definitely tried to block out time, but like it was a bit more just, okay, we're going, we need to cry.
Yeah.
How, it was almost, I think, fear maybe.
Hmm.
I wish that I had more actory terms to use, but I think it was because I was directing, it was kind of just like, okay, and it's go time. And now let's make sure it's all, giving myself enough time to kind of switch back into Delaney mode, and make it work. But yeah, it wasn't as elaborate as I normally kind of am on sets where you can kind of like step away and take some time
Hmm.
and get into a space. This was a little bit more kind of like the end of the self tape where she's like laughing and like, okay, goodbye, right after she's been like sobbing. And yeah, so it was a little bit more intense, the switches, I would say.
Absolutely. And there are a lot of people in Delaney's life who kind of support her genuinely, like her boyfriend, her acting class friend, but she almost resisted. Why do you think it's sometimes harder for struggling artists to accept support rather than like criticism?
Yeah, um, I think when we like fall prey to like jealousy and insecurity, it can be really easy to isolate. And I think that that's what Delaney's doing. I think that she is, unfortunately jealous of her friends and the people close to her. And there's some reasons she maybe should be insecure of those, about those relationships because there are some valid things that they're doing that aren't so great, but she's not communicating about them. She's just
Yeah.
um, pushing them away, which isn't the healthiest. So I would say she continues to make really hard and not so good decisions when it comes to her relationships. Um, and I think, yeah, it's like we're in it together. It's like
Mhm.
there's no one who's going to understand what you're going through more than your, peers in the industry. And so communicating and coming from a place of like excitement and let's all like do this together, we're in it, is
Yeah.
really vital and important. And it's cool because it's like Ryan Simpkins, I've been, doing readings with, auditioning alongside, writing with, like we've been kind of in this together for years and years. And so it was really awesome that they agreed to be our Maya, because I feel like we have lived, the helping each other self-tape for the same thing, like just we've lived
Yep, definitely.
things, and it was awesome getting to kind of play it out in this meta level with them.
Oh no, your cast is amazing, I have to say, and especially the woman who plays your mother, Robin Tunney. And I've
Yeah.
seen her work; she's great. She's so funny and grounding as your mom. What was it like working opposite her, especially in those self tape scenes?
Just amazing. I mean, she is such a well of like depth. Like she is
Mm.
just such a generous and wonderful actor, that can will be like, where do you need, like, how, what percentage angle do you need me to, like, she can be so technical and she can be so
Hmm.
creative and kind of just fluctuates between whatever there's space for, which is just so impressive to witness. No, it was just incredible. I met her through my director, mentor, friend, Amanda Kramer, and who we've been calling our like filmmaker fairy godmother. And I just feel so lucky that she believed in the script and agreed to do it because she is just next level.
Oh no, she's amazing. I mean, your whole cast is like I said, and then there's the theme of this film. It's like basically like you're trying to fix yourself. There's the constant theme of trying to tweak yourself with performance notes, appearance, image. Is that about trying to control something in an industry that's mostly out of your hands?
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I think like, you know, Delaney is literally just grasping for control in whichever way she can. And unfortunately, it doesn't work like that for her. But it's maybe important to see that, it's better to just be yourself.
Hmm. No,
Stay
absolutely.
away from it. Yeah. There was someone
Yeah.
on production who at the end of filming was like, oh no, I think I might need Botox. And I was like,
No,
no, no, no. Wrong girl. I mean, it's
I have
fine.
to
I'm
say.
not against Botox, but it was just a
Mhm.
funny thing because it was right after we like filmed a scene where she's getting like maimed. And I was like, at least get it
Oh
professional,
my
you
god.
know?
I learned so much about Botox like watching this movie. Like I had no idea like the steps that go into it. I just like learned so much. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, me too. Me too. I feel like you turn 25 and your Instagram algorithm, everything like the world teaches you now. It's crazy.
Absolutely. Oh my
Thank
gosh, she was like so big with the social media and everything. And we're running low on time, but I just wanted to ask you because I see this film more as like a sort of a cautionary tale, but as but a very good like learning lesson for like actors as well. For actors who want to watch this and see themselves in Delaney, what do you hope they take away from this film?
you. They like have patience with themselves and like are able to realize like yeah it is hard because I think that again sometimes we can just the industry is so glamorized in many ways because one side of it is, but it's like the daily drudgery of like what it actually looks like for most actors is like
Mhm.
not what that is. um, and I think especially actors that have like started in the past 5 years, like or 6 years now, like since the pandemic, like um, it can feel so isolating, and so I think it's just like go out, find community, and you know yeah, find friends that understand what you're going through, because otherwise it is no fun, um, or it can be no fun.
Yeah. No, but I have to say, like, I'm truly my hat's off to you because like the amount of work that you put into this film, like writing it and directing it. I don't know how long the shoot was, but like I can or how long was the shoot? How long was it?
It's 15 days.
15 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
That's
really fun.
amazing.
Thank
My
you.
God. But yeah, it's just like doing all that work and your performance in it is sensational. Like truly, you should be very proud. And I hope everybody goes checks out Ugly Cry coming to South by Southwest this year. Emily Robinson, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. I
Thank you so
appreciate it.
much. This was such a pleasure.
Pleasure. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Thanks.